Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in Minecraft. In the last couple of episodes we built the outside of this rainbow mansion house. So that's the side from the road with the porch at the bottom, and if you come round to the back with the sea view, in my case you have a balcony at the bottom and of the top level of the house. But I thought it would be nice to take a look at an interior, and I'll show you what I would like to do to the interior of this particular build. So I'm going to start with the materials: polished granite stairs, birch fence, birch planks and dried kelp block. And if we go inside and open the doors, you'll see that we've got lots of open space. I've put in quite a few of the sea lanterns for lighting, and I've put them in the places where I would plan to have the floors. It's fairly obvious to see where the floor is going to be here, because it's where you've got the doors, just underneath where the doors are going to be. I just wanted lots of light, and then the top level of course is just underneath on the top row of the wall, just below where the roof starts, and then I've just put a row right across the top of the roof. I feel that this build was going to need quite a grand staircase in the centre of the build, so we've got to decide where we're going to put the rooms. And I thought, we've got like 1, 2, 3 blocks of that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we've got 4 blocks. If we take, let's see, so if we got 2 and 2 and 2. So if we take the second row of where the if we run the birch planking across the red, the yellow and the first 2 blocks of the pink, I think that will be a good space for our first room, and then that will bring our floor to the same level as where we have our door. And then after that I think we go for the dried kelp block for our hallway, so that that matches what we've got outside, and this will be for our little porchway leading into our hall, where I would like a nice big grand staircase, because it's a mansion house. I'd really like a grand staircase. Now bear with me, because I haven't tried this before. I'm just doing it from what I had in my head, so if it doesn't work out we might have to start again. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to fill this centre bit in with the kelp, and then we'll go back to the birch with 2 blocks on the orange, and then go across to the end here. And I'm hoping that that will then give us 3 rooms basically on the ground floor. So, and we will then want to fill this in with the chosen blocks. And even with all those lights, it's still quite dark in some of these areas, so we'll fill all of that in all the way across there. So you've got the birch plank all the way up to 2 blocks here, and then the kelp will fill in this middle section, and then the birch on this far section. So that's the first job. And now the floor is in and the interior of my house. So now you have to decide if your interior walls are going to match the colour from the outside walls of the house, or if you're going to use a different material. I myself am going to use the colour of the wall where we currently are. So if I pick up the orange concrete here, and then on the edge of the planking we will pop it from there, and then I will use the fill command to try and make it a little bit quicker. And that sounds like we're right above some form of cave or cavern here, and then I'll go all the way to the top. Oops, that's going to be right where the that's right, yeah. And then I'll use my fill command, get my coordinates, and it's orange, orange, concrete, please. Oop. There we go. So that's filled the wall, and I'm now on the wrong side of the wall. There we go. Let's leave that. And then we come down and do the same again where we've got the pink. So let's pick up the pink and pop it on the end there. And I'm going to use the fill command again just to make it a little bit quicker while we are filming it. Go to the opposite side and go all the way up. Place your block. Pick up the coordinates, and remember this time it's pink and it's concrete. And there we go. So that's a quick way to get your walls in. So let's continue with the hallway itself. So I want a big fancy hallway area. So what we want to do is make sure that we have a floor at the level of where the other door is. So I'm going to put a couple of rows of the kelp block in there. In fact, let's make it 3. And I've left the lights in there just to... You don't have to have the lighting in here if you don't like it. I know having the lights in the floors can upset people. So if you don't like them, take them out and just put lighting anywhere else. I just want to make sure there's enough lighting to be able to see. So I've put 3 rows in up there. Just think about starting with where are we going to put the floor. So I would also like 3 at this end as well, because I'm going to want there to be space to walk around on this upper level regardless, but I do want to not close it off entirely. I'd like it to be quite open and grand. So I'll put 3 rows along either side, because then you see we can have a 2 wide walkway, and we can still put something like that to prevent people falling, and then you can have doors over here to get in and out of the rooms. And we might run one along one side. I'm not decided yet. Not 100% sure exactly what I'm going to do with this. Right, so that's 6 tall, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we are going to need somewhere to have like an intermediate landing. Now the question is how we're going to do this, because we've got front and back. Quite often a grand staircase will go in this direction and then turn and go round to the opposite side. But I'm not sure how this is going to work, because I've got a door at the front and the back that I want to have access to. So we could curl it and make it go up and round at the sides here, in which case I'm definitely going to want a couple of, let's say we've got to go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and on the third one I'm going to want to find the centre of the wall. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we're going to want a couple of blocks coming out in that direction, and then I want to use the polished granite for the stairs. So I think I'm going to make it 3 wide, and I'm going to go in and out like this to see. I'm just trying to see if everything will fit if we do it like this. So that's the way, and then if we put the upside down, no, that's not quite, oh, can I not go from there? Can I? Yes, so that is now kind of free floating, but we can decide later we might want to block this off entirely, we might not, I haven't decided. Like I said, I'm doing it all kind of with thoughts in mind now. Do I extend? Now you've got 2 choices. You can either come from this side and go up this way and make it join in here, or you can make this bigger and turn it to go back up that way. I think I prefer the idea of it going up. So that'd be 1, 2, and then we take this out for the top one, like so, and then we add that there like that. 2 wide going up this way, and then we do the same in this direction. 1, 2, 3. Remove that one and add those across there. Then we want to come round the side and put the upside down stairs underneath for support. Like so. And then we've got 3 wide going that way and then 2 wide coming this way or going this way. And then to make sure no one falls off, put your fencing across the edge like so. And then you're going to want a door into that room and a door into that room. And then you can then add the flooring in line with where the door is into this side and into this one, and then you can fill those in. So then you've got 2 big rooms upstairs and 2 big rooms downstairs to decide whatever you want to do in the interior. And then here you can decide whether you're going to actually build anything or whether you're just going to fill it in. And do you know what, I think I might just fill it in with, I'm going to do it with the pink because this is what this wall is. So if I fill that there like that and take that out like so, and then you can have you could have understairs storage space if you really want under here. Oh no, did I just? Yeah, I did. I just added one too many. So if we go back to the stairs, there we go. So I'm just going to fill that in because I just kind of prefer it done like that, I think. It's quite dark in here though now, so what I think I will do is add a little bit more light. So I think we're going to have to use some torches maybe, or should we use some more sea lanterns? Sea lanterns, can we use some more sea lanterns? How am I going to add that? Oh no, we want to remove that, that's going to mess the floor up. Let's make sure we don't do that. Right, so if I, no, do you know what, I think I might need the torches because I don't really want to knock a hole in the wall to add more light, but it is a little bit dark in here. So I think I would like to add another torch just there and maybe under here just to add a little bit more light. You can decide where you want your lighting for yourselves. I'm just going to add a couple of just to try and make it a little bit easier for you to see clearly because I don't like the, and then we can knock in a door. That's 1 or 2 away from the 2 away. 1, 2, knock a door. 1, 2, knock a door. 1, 2, knock a door. So then you can decide how much light you want. You could divide these up into 4 rooms instead of just 2. It depends what you want to do with the interior. So we've now got our staircase leading up, and I kind of like that. I think that's kind of sweet. What do you guys think? I actually kind of like that. So if I take a picture from the top and a picture from the bottom, then we can see which one helps us to like see it better for the actual video. So that is my idea. So we've kind of got this big grand staircase, which I think any great big fancy mansion type house ought to have, because you just do need that kind of fancy something in a house like this, I think. So that's what I think we should have. And then if we look at the gap here, let's pick up the door. Oh, I didn't pick up the door, right. To pick up the door, and then we can add the doors to the spaces where we have just built space for doors. So if we do that downstairs and we go upstairs and do the same, and then you can start thinking about what you want to use your rooms for. So we see we've got 2 doors here and 2 doors there, so you could make 4 rooms on this top floor, or you could only make 2. It depends again how you think of the people that you want to be living in your rainbow mansion. So I think downstairs I'm going to have 2 big rooms, and I think one of them could be like a dining room, sitting room area for entertaining, and maybe the other one could be like a grand ballroom or something if it's a slightly more old-fashioned style of house. So we could go for If we go for, let's add the floors. I'm going to remove the kelp because I'm just using that as a marker block. So we just fill in the flooring for the upstairs, and then you can start deciding what you're going to be doing into the interior of all the rooms. And I think I will start designing the interiors possibly in the next episode, and you can come back and take a look at what I choose to do with mine, or you can let me know in the comments what you've decided to do with yours. Are you going to have 4 rooms downstairs or 2 rooms downstairs? Now you're going to have 2 rooms upstairs, or are you going to have 4? Are you going to make it into a big family house, or are you going to make it into a posh retired couple's house? Are you going to turn it into a museum? What are you going to do with the house? And so you've got this big open space to play with your big. So see, it is plenty big enough to add a wall in here and make it 2 separate rooms. So if you were going to make it a family living house, you can make one a kitchen and one a dining room, and then maybe a library and a sitting room or something at the other side. So let me know in the comments what you're going to do with the house yourself, and come back and see what I do in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope that you've liked my fancy staircase in my rainbow mansion. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!